Hi, everyone. Nestle decided to let us have another one, so here we go, episode number 2 of NXT
Yeah,
Hangover. This one is War Games. What's up, TJ?
not much. I mean, it didn't matter if Nestle wasn't going to let us do it anyway because he doesn't watch NXT anyway, so he's not going to watch our show anyway. So we're
That's,
just going to do it anyway. It
that's
doesn't
true.
matter.
No shout out for him.
No shout out. He gets no shout out.
So let's start right off the bat. Pre-show. What'd you think?
Pre-show was good. I mean, I'm a big Swerve fan. I thought Swerve did an outstanding job. And Garza, I mean, even though he has no character and he's just got nothing going on.
I love Garza in the ring.
In the ring, he is outstanding. And then I don't know if you saw the post show where Leo Rush came and attacked him and slapped him right across the face in the gorilla. Yeah, so they're still building some stuff in there. So I think that the Cruiserweight title's got a lot going on in NXT, a lot more than it had on 205 Live. So I think we have a lot of good stuff going on there. So we'll see how that goes.
The end of that match was awesome with like the slingshot kind of like it was originally like a sunset flip, but then it went back. It was into the powerbomb. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think Angel Garza, like, I like his finisher. Like, it's cool looking, but it's not, like, it's very slow moving. And I feel like he needs, for his style, he needs something quicker. But, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure he'll have, he's got a whole depth of moves, so I'm not really too concerned about him. He just needs, I just shit on Nestle, but, I will agree. He needs something with his character because right now it's just got nothing. And he's just kind of still, other than, like, being the guy who takes his pants off because that's literally what he is to me right now.
Yeah. So then second up was Women's War Games.
I mean, come on, it was first up. It was the main event.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, pre-show is part of the show, so.
Yeah, if you say so. I thought this match was outstanding. Do you listen to Corey Graves' podcast? The new
I have been.
So I listened to it for the first time, and he had Rhea Ripley on there, and she kept talking about violence and bringing, all the weapons in the ring. And I was driving my car. I'm like, there's no weapons in War Games. What the hell is she smoking? And then so when she started busting out weapons, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But they took it to a whole new level, though. Like, I mean, there is in the last women's standing match last year, Evolution, like there were some really sissy-looking chair shots, and I was like, is this really extreme? Is it not? Like, Rhea Ripley, like, she wailed on them with chairs, like, and then I can't speak highly enough about Candice LeRae. Like, I mean, we all know I'm a big Johnny Gargano fan, and I mean, Candice, she's just right up there too. Like, she is outstanding. She ran train in that match. She was the number one person in the ring. She was first one there. She was the Iron Woman. She basically did what Johnny Gargano does in the men's division. She just had a long, excellent match.
Well, not to mention there was only the two of them on that team because of the awesome heel turn by Dakota Kai, which, as you said in our group chat, you didn't need a detective to see that coming.
No, not at all. And, like, it was very predictable. I mean, as soon as I saw Mia Yim get attacked on the pre-show, I was like, oh, here it comes. Like, Dakota Kai did it to get in. Like, she's going to turn heel. I didn't think it was going to happen in this match. I thought that, like, they were going to somehow win and, like, it was going to happen on Wednesday. But when it happened, I was like, whoa, like, that surprised me.
Yeah, and it happened in awesome fashion, too. Just blindsiding her. That was awesome.
Yeah, and Tegan didn't even get in the match. She got carried out, and it was just a 4-on-2 match. But Shayna Baszler did nothing. Like, they definitely protected her for tomorrow night, or Sunday night. Like, she did. She went in there. She walked out. She did a few things, but she didn't really – I wasn't that – like, I'm a big Baszler fan, but I wasn't that impressed with what she did in this match. This match truly was about Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae, and it was their coming out party.
Well, you say that, but one of the most memorable moments was Io Shirai doing that awesome moonsault.
Yeah, I mean, Io Shirai's already come out. Like, she's already outstanding. She is – it's only a matter of time before she gets the women's title. It's just it needs to get off Baszler for her to get it. Mm-hmm. One cool thing in this one that I thought, like, I'm not a big War Games fan. I was talking about it in our little chat. I mean, it was a cool match. Like, the NXT's done wonders with it. But when it first happened, when I was a teenager, I'm like, this is the stupidest match. Like, 2 rings, like, whatnot. But they did a great job to start the match with the like that middle of the ring with Io and Candice. Like, they are working now. You have 2 rings and 2 people, and you're going to use this tiny little sliver of the ring. But and it's cool. It was, I mean, other than that, I mean, Kaylee Ray didn't do anything for me in this match. Like, she was kind of there. She did a little heel.
I'm underwhelmed by her anyway. I don't think she's that great.
Yeah, I'm sure B Cox will get on us about that, but she didn't really do anything for me. It was all about Ripley and Candice today. I mean, even Bianca Belair was she was there, so she did a few cool moves, but it was an outstanding match. Like, don't get me wrong, like that was probably one of my favorite matches of the night. It just there's a few things in there that I was like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we can go on to Finn Balor and Matt Riddle. What do you think of that one?
Awesome storytelling. It was awesome storytelling. Seeing Balor, the heel Balor, and is this the first time we've seen him in a match?
Yep, he hasn't wrestled since he turned heel.
Just the different tone to his character, and he tweaked the moveset a little tighter on the headlocks, little tighter on everything, and it showed. And Matt Riddle was the perfect foe for that.
I mean, he did a lot of little things too. Like he was dropping elbows, like he was doing the point elbows on his head. Like he was fighting. I mean, he's a little dirty. I mean, he still was his normal Finn Balor, but he had a lot, like you said, tiny little twist to him that made him a little more heelish. I'm still not on the Matt Riddle train. I've seen him a couple times. I saw him down here in Evolve a few times. He's cool. He's fun. But it's he kind of reminds me, and I know I'm gonna get shit on by Aaron about this later, but he reminds me of RVD in a lot of ways, where he's high half the time, but he does his same 3 move sets, and then kind of jumps in and does a few other things, but he just doesn't. It's just the same match every single time.
Yeah, I can't think of a Matt Riddle match that I absolutely loved. I think this is probably the best, but in my opinion, it's because of Balor and the change in Balor that made this match.
And he has, and I mean, that's the same. I'll compare him again to RVD. He still has great matches, and they're fun, and I enjoy them. It's just something about him. I can't get on board with him, and that's not he has great matches. Wow, Matt Riddle's amazing, but then at the same time, I'm Matt Riddle's Matt Riddle. I don't see him ever being a world champion, but he'll be that person who puts together good matches and makes everyone else look good. Mm-hmm. But and then what else? I like how Finn Balor's using the 1916.
I was gonna
that was
that.
It was his
finisher.
I do. He used it a lot in Japan. That was his thing. And they obviously had to change the name for WWE because it can't be Bloody Sunday, but. I like him using that, and especially, and it looked like he was going to use the coup de grace at one point. He missed it, and then nailed the 1916. And it's a nasty looking finisher. It's a little slow, but it's nasty. And I think Riddle nailed it. He did a great job with that. Also, I'm sick of Riddle being Goldberg. That match is never going to happen. Just give it up. You can sit here and troll Goldberg all you want. Goldberg's not coming out of retirement to job to Matt Riddle. It's not going to happen. So. Matt Riddle, lay off the bong. It's not happening. Give it up.
He's not next, is what you're saying?
Yeah. And speaking of not next, we skipped over. We didn't go in order, so that's my bad.
Oh, oops.
It's okay. It happens. The triple threat match between Pete Dunne and Damian Priest and Killian Dane. It was a great match. I really enjoyed it. I think that I'm not a Killian Dane fan at all. He's just kind of, what's Nestle call him, a wet fart.
He's a wet fart, yeah.
He is a wet fart, but he added a little bit to that match that made it a little, added some power to it, I guess is the best way to say it.
See, I thought that match was kind of Damian Priest's coming out party. I know that he's been around for a little bit now, but he was kind of can't miss in this one with the wild kicks and stuff like that. He definitely took some just gross bumps from Killian Dane, but
yeah, I wasn't when he was in Ring of Honor and he was Punishment Martinez. I just thought he was so bland. And when I heard
Punishment Martinez, terrible name.
It was a terrible name, and that was probably half the reason I didn't like him. But he just was in Ring of Honor. He was just this big, tall, lanky guy. Tried to fight indie style, and it just didn't work for me. And then when he was coming to WWE, I'm okay, whatever, big deal. Mm-hmm. And then it literally was he had a few jobber matches where he was, he looked good, but it was a jobber match, so we'll see where it is. But when I went and saw NXT Live in October, he was outstanding. His match with Pete Dunne was out, it was amazing. I was I think I'm into this guy again. And then he's just, torn it up ever since that. So 2 great matches with Dunne. He's got this little thing going with Dane. And he just looks like a stud. I mean, at some points, I thought he might win this match because Adam Cole's clearly going to be the face tomorrow in Chicago. So, the crowd's going to cheer him. So you might as well put him up against heel versus heel.
I think like we're discussing in our group chat, it is kind of a slam dunk if you look at it. Like Triple H wants to put on the best possible NXT display tomorrow night, and Dunn versus Adam Cole is gonna be that amazing.
I mean, that is if Adam Cole's alive
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that was the other thing is it was pretty. I don't want to say it's predictable that Pete Dunne won, but like I think we all were thinking the same thing. And I think every fan thought the same thing, that Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole is the better match, and that's what it was going to be. And we all knew Killian Dane was not winning. He was kind of in there to.
I predicted him in our predictions. Just
oh my god, I would have I would have shook my head on NXT at that point. I'd be, come on, man, what are you doing? All right, so let's go into this one, the men's War Game match. So before we start, who did you think the fourth man was going to be going into this?
I was hoping it was going to be John Morrison just to piss off Nestle. And so I could hear just the gears grinding.
I didn't really I was trying to think and that was one of those ones it was a shock moment. It definitely could have been. Kevin Owens was on my list. I didn't throw it out and yell it's gonna be Kevin Owens, but he was on my list. I mean, there was so much going on with Undisputed Era on Raw that you kind of saw it coming, but they teased that they the bell rang, people started booing. They didn't think there was going to be a fourth man, and then that hit.
I hope that they don't just leave it tomorrow night. I hope they factor that in his team, references that he fought for the enemy and stuff like that. Because I think that will be great storytelling. But we're also talking about WWE, so they'll probably pretend it.
Well, in that too, though, we still don't know who's on Team NXT for the men tomorrow. But I mean, we know Fish and O'Reilly and Roderick Strong and Adam Cole are in it. So I mean, him tearing it up and beating them up, it doesn't help for that main match. Just the rest of the other smaller matches. Mm-hmm. Plus, let's be real, Roddy's not winning that match anyway.
No. What do you think was the highlight of that match? I mean, other than the ending.
Oh my god! Well, I mean, that ending. I stood up I had to put my phone, my iPad down. I was like, "Holy crap, he's not gonna do this!" And I was I literally said out loud, "I'm like, someone go check on Adam Cole. I don't think he's moving." Because that was nasty.
I kind of wish they they were setting it all up a little earlier, because as all the stuff was happening, the Dijakovic chokeslam, the frog splash, the power bomb, I kind of saw the end rolling in, and I was like, okay, so what are they going to do from up there? And then it was kind of slow developing, but it was such an awe-inspiring move that I can overlook the fact that it was a little slow setting up.
Tommaso Ciampa is just outstanding. He just needs more. Just put the title back on him, or let's get him in that big feud with Adam Cole, because he's so good. You said in the thread, he's a stud. He looks great. And he's just got everything about him. He's good as a babyface. I can't wait for him to eventually become a heel. I think I just like everybody as a heel better, though. But
there's more potential there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a psycho killer. That's what he is. I don't think I ever.
The Casey Jones look.
Well, he was part Casey Jones, part God of War, part he was a little everything tonight in Chicago. But he's just so good. I can't wait to see where this goes. I mean, obviously, I think he's going to interject himself at some point into that Adam Cole match, whether he comes down at the end and gives it to Adam Cole. But he's definitely next in line, and he's going to be him, and then I think probably him and Balor down the road. But who knows with that?
So I do have a little question though. Why is a pile driver banned, but the Canadian Destroyer's fine?
It's the Panama Sunrise, by the way.
It's not called.
It's not the Canadian Destroyer.
I don't care what it's called. Why is it's cool. I'll take it, but the fact that a plain old pile driver, which is you set it up, you sit there, and you fall in, is banned, but this flippy dippy pile drivers.
It's because it's flippy dippy. Just let it go. It's a beautiful thing.
And I'm just thinking, let Kevin Owens have his package pile driver back if you're gonna let him do pile driving.
Sometimes I feel in NXT they were gonna let him do it because he teased it a few times. I'm oh man, this is gonna happen. They're gonna let him use the package pile driver. but he's definitely gonna make it. I mean, we'll see what happens. Like, I'm not too. What is he talking about? Sorry, we put out here for questions, and I got people. Like, did anyone miss Takeover? Poor Joe. No, and actually that Panama Sunrise on the middle of the ring, like that was nasty.
Oh yeah, I thought Owens
was legitimate. As soon as I saw both of them in the middle, I'm like, he's gonna do Panama Sunrise on him on that little grate, like that's gonna happen. And then he faked it, and then like he looked like he blocked it, and then he did it. I'm like,
well, they even teased the package power driver too.
Yeah, a couple times, and he blocked that too. I mean, Roderick Strong just looked amazing. Like he's a workhorse. He's gonna be a world champion at some point, or NXT champion, or some sort of main champ. And then I can't speak enough. Like, I still think that Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are the best tag team in the world. They don't get enough credit for what they have, like what they are.
Well, I give Kyle O'Reilly credit. I always go back to his podcast with Jericho. I didn't realize before listening to that. I didn't realize he was a diabetic.
So really?
It gives me so much more respect for him during these long matches because he's got to prepare himself differently. So
yeah. A fun fact out of that, do you know Bobby Fish is the only one in the Undisputed Era to not be a Ring of Honor World Champion?
Oh, yeah.
He's the only one. Know that. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun fact. I mean, he should have been too. I think Bobby Fish is very underrated, but he's just injury prone like crazy. So, so who was your MVP of the night?
Britt Baker. No,
oh, jeez. The dentist sitting front row that was very concerned about Adam Cole.
Yeah, I know. It would have been funny if they just acknowledged her as Adam Cole's dentist or something like that.
He said it's Adam Cole's girlfriend. I'm like, oh,
I know, but it would have been funny.
It was like when the Highlanders were on TNA during WrestleMania
that's what
weekend.
I was thinking of. I was like, uh-oh. But
we'll see how hypocritical AEW is and see if they punish her for that.
So I'd probably go with Rhea Ripley.
Oh.
Yeah, I think like you said, it was her coming out party in the opener. She's made history twice. She was the inaugural NXT UK champion, and now she is the winner of the first female War Games. And I think she left her mark on that match.
Yeah, I can agree. I mean, she brutalized that. Like, she had some nasty chair shots, and it was actually in that match. I didn't touch on that, but she was locked in the carefree to clutch, and like as she was trying to escape it, I was like, she have a handcuff on her wrist? Like, she has a handcuff on her wrist. She has a handcuff, and then all of a sudden, like, she locked it on, and then it was all over. But like moments that my wife's like, "Why are you yelling at the TV?" But she had a handcuff on her wrist, like. Yeah, no, my MVP, I mean, it was a tie between Ripley and Candice LeRae. Candice was, she was the Iron Woman in that match. She took a beating because she was in there for a long time, especially with a 4-on-2 match. So, I mean, she's got to have something going on. It was nice to see Johnny Gargano actually tweeted, and I retweeted it. It was that he said from now on he wants to be referred to as Candice LeRae's husband because that's how she's been done. Yeah, but it's cool. I've been actually really that's one thing I've been very passionate about lately is poor Deonna Purrazzo. Like, she gets granted I don't think she's with the Villain anymore, but like she gets so many like Marty the Villain chants, and she's just her own wrestler, and that's what's holding her back right now. And Candice has not gotten that since she's been there. I think like they chanted Candice wrestling at one point, which that is what it is, but she's not, like, people aren't treating her like Johnny, so it's cool.
So looking ahead to tomorrow night, which, I mean, this is going to be kind of outdated right away, but what do you expect from the Dunn versus Cole match?
I think Adam Cole's going to win it. I think there's going to be some sort of schmoz, and they'll, like, whether it be Ciampa or whether it be the Undisputed Era jumping in and helping him. I mean, both competitors went through hell, so right. I mean, we'll see. I think it's just going to be an outstanding match. They're going to use it as a display. But again, like, we'll have to see how Adam Cole looks. I'm sure he's going to be beat down. Yeah. It's going to be like when he made his Royal Rumble debut and he was, like, taped up ribs and was, like, selling that the whole match. What was your match of the night?
It's probably
I'll just say the women's match was just
I was
outstanding.
going to say it's probably a tie between the men and the women's War Games.
And it's just funny because I don't, like I said at the beginning, I was not a War Games fan in WCW.
Like JC said in our chat, we're all millennials here, and it's too slow moving for us to head the start, right?
See, that doesn't bother me. I could watch a hour-long Iron Man match that ends in a draw, and I'll be okay with it. I'm not that much. I'm barely a millennial, so let's be real here. I mean, I'm not Joe old, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. Joe is pretty old.
He's what, like 50? Is that right?
I don't know. 69.
He saw WrestleMania 1 in the front row.
He saw Ric Flair win his first world championship.
Hey, that's cool. I mean, he saw his first championship. Me and Nestle saw his retirement match. That's great. That's awesome. And maybe you and I will see Hulk Hogan's retirement match at WrestleMania 36. Who do you think is going to be on Team NXT tomorrow or at Survivor Series tonight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's only 10-12 at the time of this recording. I don't know. I feel like you gotta take out the Ciampas,
there's no way that Ciampa's not in that match. It's gonna Ciampa's gonna be in that match. Keith Lee's gonna be in that match. I think
Velveteen Dream's gonna be in that match.
Yeah, well, he's definitely gonna be in there if he's healthy. I mean, I've heard he's been injured.
Yeah,
but he almost has to be because, like I said, who else are you gonna put in there? I mean,
right?
Jordan Mott. Oh wait.
Oh geez. Riddle.
Yeah, I mean Riddle could be in there. Balor could be in there.
I don't think Balor would be in there.
Yeah, because I mean Ciampa's been the head of it all, so I mean there's no way that he's not. And of course Triple H is probably they haven't announced his team. He's gonna be on that team.
In an interview, they asked him if he was going to be, and he said flat out, no, I don't want to be.
Oh, well, that's good then.
So I hope not.
He doesn't want to be, but he might have to be.
Yeah,
but no,
you better get in there, damn it.
It's gonna be Ciampa, Lee, Dijakovic. We'll see. I mean, I think
the pride of the town next to me.
Velveteen Dream would be a great choice for that if he's healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised that they announced that Adam Cole was defending the title because I thought that was half of this was that him and Ciampa are gonna have to coexist, but it looks like they're not gonna have to. So
yeah.
We shall see. All right. Let's see. I don't know. Do you have anything else that you wanted to add to this one?
Just a kind of a random note. What's your take on the Intercontinental title?
I don't hate it. I think it would look better if it had a white belt on it, like that person did on the internet. I was big on the oval belt, so even when Cody brought back this white one, I was like, it's okay.
But my take is that Intercontinental title was arguably my favorite that was in current rotation. So if the new belt was the new United States belt, I'd be like, wow, this is amazing. But they took away what's my favorite belt right now, and that was kind of I like the design. I'm okay. I'm okay with the design. It's just I wish they didn't take away the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense and it's valid. Like I said, when they first removed that oval one, that from the Attitude Era, I was like, why did they do that? That was such a cool that was probably one of the last standing belts from the Attitude Era at that point. So, but we'll see. I mean, I'm sure the U.S. title's gonna get something new soon too. I was surprised. I thought that was gonna be the first one that would get revamped, but apparently they're busy with other stuff.
Right.
So before I forget, I was quite offended this week when 2 weeks ago when Mr. Nestle said that he doesn't care about NXT. Clearly NXT is the number one brand, and we will see this at Survivor Series, as I will proudly be wearing my black and gold tomorrow night. And then on Tuesday morning, I will let Nestle eat crow and admit that NXT is the superior brand of WWE.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, I guess we should socialize. At Twitter, at Jobberknocker, at JC of the JK, at DQ of the JK, at TJ of the JK, at Ray of the JK, at Joe Pollock 47, at what's Aaron's? At Only Aaron Turner.
Only Aaron Turner.
Yeah, I got it. The Real Deal B Cox, and there's someone else I'm forgetting.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, too bad. Podcast is released on Tuesdays, It is on iTunes.
I got it right here. Don't worry. I took notes so you didn't forget anything.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, last time I feel like you forgot something, and it started this huge trend. But the podcast you can find on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and on Anchor now. Jobberknocker.com is our website. It is a.com. You can also head over to Pro Wrestling Tees, who is having a 10-day sale right now. So you can get 20% off your Jobber Knocker shirts. If you order it today, which is Saturday, or you can get 20% off and 3 collectibles from the Pro Wrestling Crate. So check that one out. I might go get another Jobber Knocker shirt before this ends. Otherwise, it's 20% off till Black Friday. So get that. Other than that, sounds like it's been a great night. I've been up since 4 a.m. slinging drinks, so I'm gonna get out of here and go finally get my hangover on. We will see you after the next NXT Takeover, which will be in January after the Royal Rumble.